Greetings, everybody. There we are. Let's do the last few clicks, and then we're going to finish that colony that I have here. Well, it's just the last few things that have to happen here. And then selecting a new one for tonight. I have played this one on my latest tutorial that I made. So it's basically one that I made off camera. Okay, but let's quickly drive it home. We have a 7-year-old colony. We have sort of a happiness overload. We just need to earn a few more reputation points via selling things. Got it. We got a sort of a shortage in workers, so let's work on that first. Why does my game feel so low? There. Don't know. Somehow the music is lower than usual. Psychon, hi there. Welcome. So, let's see. Cornerstones. Provisions for herbs produced. I had herb gardens here. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. So we can do trading all night long. Perfect. So, packs of luxury goods are already in town. Yeah, we're basically going to grind in the reputation points from here on out. That's pretty nifty. So, do we have anything that makes people happy? Humans and foxes at the tea doctor. Yeah, totally. That's a good one because that'll give us yet another advantage resolve-wise. Ideal. So, one human house, one fox house, one lizard house coming on up. This one is pretty much a victory already when I left it, but I didn't find the time to complete it back when I played it. There we go. More happiness! Ooh, Age of Wonders. Yeah, that's nice to hear. I like that game. Mr. Butler, hi there. Welcome. So tonight, I feel very Monday-y somehow, and I figured I'm gonna have some fun with this one tonight with you guys. Because somehow, I don't know, I didn't feel like getting something new into my brain. Give me something nice. Yeah, the temple. Alright. Now we can sacrifice away our fuel. That's perfect. It's for hostility reduction. That pretty much will win us the game even more. It's a win harder button on this point. So, we got this. There we go. Folks are vibing hard. We got the next trader on their way. Perfect. Okay. Nice. Yeah, that's an easy one. Okay. Such a happy city. We almost have no impatience whatsoever. Okay. Yeah. Sahilda. Let's see. That's quite some money that we can get here. But are you serious? Is that really all? Ugh. Well, okay, I guess. Then we do it like that. Bang! Get another victory point. I'm just gonna summon the next one. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, none of these items really make any sense anymore for me. Probably the oil press, because we can make more fuel out of that. But I'm not so fuel rich anymore. Wait a sec, do we even have any woodcutters employed anymore? Sort of. Just noticed that my timber count is going a little bit very low. Very bit low. Alright. That's some happy foxes, man. Okay, very curious to find out which will be our next map. So we can get one more point of reputation there. Okay. And by burning off fuel, we can get even more there. Alright. That's pretty nice. These trade routes should also yield me more sales points, so to speak. So that should go in here as well. Okay. Wow. Such happy foxes. Yeah, let's burn away the oil and all the other things. Should work, right? Yeah, totally does. Yeah, we just need to fill then after this one more pip. Then we're good to go, finally. Let's call that guy. Probably I have enough. Ah, yeah. I have something to sell. Haha. It's the best thing when you buy money from them. Yeah, now. To sell money afterwards. Oh, I didn't exactly win. I need your money back. How much do I need? 20. This is one of the oddest transactions. There we go. Ta-da! Psychon, I love to hear that I was able to help you into Rimworld. It's such a nice game. It is such a nice game. Lately I've been doing quite a lot there. Yeah, Butler, I used the orders to finish the game as you saw there. I held them back for that. So, reserve embarkation points, yes please. So we're working our way down to the gold seal, or hopefully do so. Marshlands, bamboo flats. What is that? Drylands. No rainwater geysers. That's all? Well, okay. I don't feel like Rocky Ravine tonight, though. Marshlands or Rocky Ravine. It's a very trade-heavy map. In any way, the smarter pathing would be this way. What do we have here? As you make your way through the wilds, you hear a faint humming, an eerie song in a strange language. As you get closer, you see a circle of cloaked figures gathered around a strange obelisk. What could possibly go wrong? No thanks. What a weird condition. Kill off 10 people and win within 8 years. I do like it, though, that they do these. Even if I didn't feel like fulfilling that order. Okay. So, what will we upgrade next? An extra caravan slot. Ah, that's a very, very tasty one. But we don't need it that badly. I don't like timed orders. In all honesty, we can lay back these a little bit. Additional cornerstone choice. 51. Yeah, I think I take that. This is the freedom to choose what you want to choose. Yeah, let's take that. Is so powerful because it means that we're going to have a much more reliable access to any strategy that we want to play. That's just big. Okay then. Let's see. If we take that turn, we'll have... Nah, we're gonna go straight to the Marshlands. I felt like Marshlands from the first glance. So, Prestige 5. Do we want it? Or do we want to go for a chill pill round tonight? Yeah, I want to go for a Press 5. Why not? Okay, so I take the package with the most people. Normally, that's my usual approach because people are just so strong. Okay, Royal Permit. I like that one too because Cornerstone rerolls. I said it before and I stick to that statement. Cornerstone choices are so strong. Okay, so yeah, this will be a rough ride, will it be? It's the Fertile Soil one. Fertile Soil small amount one. But I mean, Press 4 was just a reroll cost. Whatever. We're hardly gonna notice it. Yeah, those timed orders are, most of the time, in all honesty, too hard for my taste. So I skimp out on them. And I rarely do them at all. Because I'm not that much of a risk taker. I'm a very risk-averse person. Maybe to a fault, but, you know, I also win about 80 to 90% of my games. So, I don't know. Anyways, what do we have here? We have woodcutters that carry more in drizzle season. Spectacular. Maybe that's better than it sounds. Leakage. Resistance against that lowered. Building material production lowered in the storm. Penalty to resolve and if we don't have complex food and housing. So here we have sort of a clock ticking that we need the complex food going as fast as we can. And yeah, okay, services, or they do take more time during breaks. That's, as a matter of fact, pretty harmless. We've been quite lucky, there's much worse. Righty. Okay. So, due to the fact that we got humans in our starting party, we know where that little fertile soil is at that we can't get. We can draft ourselves a lumber mill. I take that without further questions. Here, well, the manufactory, yes please. And the last one, I'll delay that because I don't know any of these if they are going to be useful for me. But the fact to produce planks super efficient is very worthwhile, and fabric is never a bad thing either. Okay, so let's get started with the woodcutters. And we're going to shift left click because I learned that lately to fill these slots, and shift left click to avoid glades. But as a matter of fact, we don't want to avoid the glades. We actually want to open the glades. So we have 13 people here in the colony. That's 6, 9, 12, 15. Rasp Strike, my opinion about Battle Saints in Age of Wonders, underwhelming. I don't know. Many of the fighter classes do that to me. I think they excel once they have hit a certain equipment threshold, but before that, most mage classes are so much more exciting in my humble opinion. I have experimented around with it. I mean, it is, at the end of the day, the crossover between a fighter and a cleric, so it's sort of the fighter variant of a ritualist, which is pretty cool. But I don't know. I felt like the most interesting things came way too late. That's been my personal pet peeve with it. The cool stuff comes off way later than with the other classes. Or at least I felt like that was the case. You might may vary, of course. So let's set up a couple of nice collector camps so we can make something to eat. So I'm not alone with that opinion, am I? I read that several times too from other people. I don't know. I feel like they're going to get a buff. I mean, the architect culture is so overtuned. So, I don't know. Feels as if they took it back there a little bit. Now, more trade routes. But none of these is really wowing me too hard. So re-rolling it is. Pest supplies, such a strong one. I think we're going to roll with that one. 3 packs of provisions for new people is one of my favorites because it makes the trading so accessible. Need to do much, you just can't trade basically. So what are we going to pilfer here? Oil, algae, plant fiber, and root. Pretty nifty package. Useful things to begin with. So, what do we get here? Oh, yeah, I take that one. More people is always very, very desirable. Rain engines. Heck, why not? You usually start with enough resource to do so. Dangerous glade event completion. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, monarchy. Monarchy versus aristocracy. It's crazy. One of them is super, super snowbally powerful, and the other one is bad. But jeez, it is a so slow package compared to the other one. It's very, very it's shockingly unbalanced at some points. Alright, the leather worker is very, very cool. Because leather is natively accessible in this biome. That is because we got... because we got those fungus trees, which have a... well, every 20th charge brings us some leather, but we get leather. Okay, what do we have here? Swamp wheat? Stone. Nice. It's been a good one. Alrighty, so almost all the people have a roof over their head by now. So let's bring in some benches. So we can upgrade that hearth to another level. Always do that, it's free resolve, and it doesn't really cost you much to begin with. Okay, once we have cleared this pathway here, I'm going to move the woodcutters elsewhere because I don't feel like they're doing that much useful work here. I will also bring up some paths, I think, this way here. Oh, wait a sec. That's okay. Let's not be too over-optimizing here. They can't cross the street once to get there, it's okay. Alright, so we got all that. Where do I want to expand next? This one's looking good. This one's looking good. But I think we are going to go specifically here and clear out this chunk. Open up that small glade here. Let's give them the permission to do so. And then expand into that one. I like the flow of that expansion. Now the only thing that we require is a blueprint to do something with our fertile soil here. It's the only thing where we weren't lucky so far. But that's okay. As far as things go, I consider this already a very, very lucky start. I mean, we even get some collection camp that favors humans. How cool is that? Okay, I don't know the third species yet, so we might be wasting charges on these. I don't like the thought of that. Frogs. It's going to be frogs. Okay. Never mind me then. So we're going to start spreading workers on these small camps here. Because you can't start too early gathering food. I want a warehouse up here, but it's still... We gotta get there, you see. So for the lumber mill, we do require a little bit of fabric. Let's get that trading post down ASAP. Up here. Doesn't matter where the trading post sits. Nobody is walking ever there physically, except for the trader, and not even their items need to be transported anywhere. So you can totally go restyling here. Okay. Nah, not the fishing hut yet. I want my construction items done as fast as possible. Gonna be limiting these because it's just no good otherwise. Can't do this. We don't have anything we can make fabric out of. It is rather depressing. Well, that swamp wheat field will offer us something, but it's also terribly far away from anything else in the colony. Rather sooner than later we will have warehouses up there, but we're not there yet. Yeah. Okay. That's a very, very terrible selection of items. That draft is rather trolling me. Instead of giving me something good. So, first storm season is ahead of us. We have 2 ranks of hostility. Let's see how well that'll go. Okay, let's make it a little bit faster. So, the foxes are losing it. Too bad. So if we unemploy 1 person, though, everything's good again. Alright. The industrious culture could also get some love, I agree with that, Strike. And alongside with the dark culture. Age of Wonders has so many cool updates by now, but some of the old school cultures feel by now really, really exactly that, like that. Very old school, sadly. So, oh yeah. If we chop away this whole area back there, we can build our second hearth there. Nice. Yeah, it's always... it feels almost as if they don't know what to do about the dark culture. How to make them cool without making them totally overbearing. Because I have that distinct feeling that we have here one of those typical situations where the devs struggle with a good solution because all solutions make them totally overpowered. It happens, you know. Okay. Newcomers. Picking up newcomers in the middle of the storm is sometimes a little bit of a luck, you know, but we do need them. Oh, my words are not wording. New people do increase the hostility, so we need to do it like that. And the Froggos do need their own special houses. El Luchador says, ooh, titanium seal, dang. Congratulations, man. You're further up the ladder than me. I played this game a terrible amount during the early access, but when the full release hit, I was actually already so tired of it that I needed to take a pretty long break, so I gravitate back to it. So currently working on the gold seal on that new save file. Because back on my starting save file, I've forgotten how far I am, but I haven't played a single seal map yet, but I am unlocked up until Prestige 16. It is weird, so I restarted, so to have less weird. You surely understand. Okay, so if I don't get any farming in, we might as well take the foragers camp, right? So what can we sell? The algae, definitely. And the gold, be that okay. Alrighty. So we got a lot of workers, so I'd say... Let's see, can I fill the crop packages? Yes, I can. We get this here. Perfect. We don't really need anything else here. For the time being. But I want to do that fishing part as fast as we can. And we do need a warehouse up here. Because it's just beyond insane. Oh, where did I put my froggos to work? They need to be chopping stone, my men. Okay. So, what do we have here? Gain insects for every piece of bait used in fishing. Not bad. Repurposed barrels. Economy migration. Let's rewrite that. I want something really good. Trade hub. Again? I don't care. I love it. So we're going to be the trade lords again. I don't know. In lower prestige runs, I just love that road to victory because it's just very, very enticing to win by producing like crazy and selling that afterwards. It's just fun to me personally. One of my favorite ways of winning the game. Algae can be turned into cloth, yeah. They basically were my big helpers here in getting some fabric down. Algae are a really, really cool addition into the game. Overall, the DLCs add in so many really nice and cool things that are useful and fun. We're not going to seal away any of these, though. We do need them. Okay. Let's give that one here a high priority because I really want to see that done. And then next trader is due in a minute. Biggest issue we got is that I don't know what I should be doing with this. It's so many service-related items. I think I'm going to save until I have 10 Ember and I'll be re-rolling that one. I don't know, it doesn't sound like a good choice to me. Okay, we have more nodes for our collectors. A water geyser. And a very, very small amount of copper. Barely worth working on. Okay, let's keep this stuff here. Okay. And let's open the blade up here. Okay. So finally that warehouse is going to be done here. And Hilda is here. Alright. So next step. I want to have these extra folk for my colony. Tell you what, we should be taking foxes generally for this task. Because they're getting it done faster, you see. Boom. Foxes make things go faster. There we go. More people in the colony. Early game is all about getting snowball momentum in. So we have enough amber for a reroll here. Totally should do that. So, forester's hut versus a herb garden. This is take that one. So now we can do farming. Finally. Alright. Let's see. We do need workers here. Let's reduce the amount of workers on that end. Heighten the importance here. And hope that we get something sown out before the season is over. Okay. Now then. Is there anything I can buy from hers? It is a good idea to buy as much as I possibly can because of my trading conduct here, but it also ain't easy. I don't see too many things that I could be. Whatever. I'll buy some flour. Alright, let's not export the items that we can't eat. Hi, Pop, and thanks for dropping on by. I hope you have a great nap, man. Thanks for dropping by. J-Mac, hey there. Yeah, I will be streaming some Age of Wonders 4 also again. But felt tonight like a little bit of Age Against the Storm. It's one of my all-time favorites. Okay. So we're getting at least some farming done here. That's pretty good, actually. And let's prepare right away another frog house, because they will need it. It is already foreseeable. And while we're at it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's upgrade the rest of the colony. Yeah. Eldritch Ruler Battle Saint sounds like something that shouldn't be even possible in the game. It sounds like you're gimping yourself actively. Very sorry to hear that you went through that. It sounds like a terrible combination if I ever heard one. I don't want to sound mean. I do try out the weirdest combinations myself too, so please don't get me wrong on that one. But it sounds like pain. Alright, so what's also pain is the amount of resource we are wasting while we're making planks the wrong way. And fabric the wrong way. Okay, let's forget about these. And okay, so we got a load of workers left. Nice. This was exactly what I was hoping. Because with all those extra workers, we can now staff out all these collection camps. Okay. Perfect. We're making these crop packs so fishing goes better. Nice. Alright, I have enough workers left. So packs of trade goods can be made out of flour. Hell yeah. I knew that there was something like that. So we're limiting these to 50. And off you go. And no more Plancarino. So how's the fuel market? Quite terrible, but that's typical for this biome. Alright, I wasn't checking trade this season, or was I? Sort of. Okay, we have 17 packs of provisions. That is the power that I've been talking about. Alright, let's sell away more things. We're starting to get there. Okay. I feel as if we should really try to get ourselves another one of these guys here, but we can't because we ain't got no parts. Dang. Okay, so let's make more packs of crops. And generally speaking, I want a blight post as soon as we can. Okay, so far so good. I bet that we need to unemploy people during the storm season to lower the hostility of the forest a little bit. Don't believe that this will go well this way. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, it's much less bad than I thought it'd be. Alright. So, what do we have here? A leather trade route. Sold. So... Alright. 4 people in the middle of the storm? Count me in. Yeah, my woodcutting is pretty bad. We need to do something about that after the storm season there. Okay, but we also really need a new hearth. So... these are too close to each other. We would be able to tackle it like this. I don't want to open another glade during the storm season anyways. So, we do need this one. And we do need that one. Putting down quality real estate to make people actually happy. Okay. So here at the manufactory, we're just going to make a lot of fabric. Okay. So you stop wasting material here, please. Thank you. Good. So I rolled all these. Tell you what we're going to do. Make people unhappy now. Jokes aside, the thing is that people don't immediately leave the town, and we're just going to utilize that time that we got. Boy oh boy, them foxes do leave fast, eh? Yeah, turns out we can't do much here. Whoa, that was close. Not a minute too soon. Yeah, let's sell away some items. It's always nice to sell away items. So... yeah, we definitely can't chop more during the storm. Not happening. So, let's rebuild the leatherworker. Because I do bet that we're going to get the planks for that. Rather sooner than later. Okay. I don't dare to do anything. I do have too many workers open right now, but I don't dare to do anything. People might die. So, let's sell that away, but I think this should be now enough. We just need to move that thing here. Then it can be dropped here. Nice. Good. So, storm's finally over. What do we have? Flat rates of delivery lines. I don't like these too much though. None of these really wow me. +2 leather production. This is really nice. Because every one of these trees has a chance to yield leather. We now have, if this 5% chance procs, a really nice high yield of leather. I like to pick this on this biome so much. Because it is actually really powerful. Much more powerful than it looks at the first glance. So, value of goods sold. I'm sold, man. Use any rainwater. Yeah, why not? We can't do that. So... more people! There we go. So, with all the more people that we got, we now need to start chopping again. We need to chop. Alright. So, next step. Going to gift those froggies up here a new home. I think for foxes we would need the materials we don't have right now, so there's that. Okay. So we do need that new glade quite badly, honestly. Let's make some boots. Okay. Starting to get somewhere now. So, the herbalist's camp is empty. And it stays empty. So, what do we have here? Fuming machinery. Which we can't resolve properly right now. Okay, so we're going to require quite a lot of plank to get this done. We're going to receive a lot of good items in return, though. So that's at least something. We could use better fishing materials. Very badly, as a matter of fact. Definitely not gonna selling away the last few parts that I got. So, trade goods. Definitely nope. So, Sutur brings crafting materials, service goods. But what we do need is this beauty here. That geyser must be farmed. Okay. Let's go for some random things here. Oh, we don't have enough pipes for it. Ah, of course we don't. Okay. So that's where we get that water from, though, we need. Problem 1 solved. Building materials, though, that we need. Oops. That's a completely different story. But we're absolutely getting there, I see. Nice. Okay. Then, as much as I dislike it, we will build one more shelter here. Out of necessity. Not because I like them so much. Alright. Let's get started with this task here right away. Alright. Blight rot cysts appeared. We make some fuel out of oil here. I like the idea of that. Yeah. My wood stockpiles are really troubling me these days. But it's typical for that point of the game. Very typical. I am considering myself very happy that I am able to resolve that event now rather fast. It's really good. So we got 27 amber. Wow, I didn't expect to be that rich already. Minus storm duration. Pretty nifty. So we totally want those bricks. But we also totally want those planks. All of them, if you ask. Simply because that'll put such a big relief on my industry here. We also buy that flour because we can sell it more costly. There we go. Boom. And we also need 2 more of these, my man. Please. Thank you. Next one, we will be paying with those, and there we go. First point achieved. Hell yeah. Like that. So, the ranch. Can we feed the ranch? Sort of. But we are not mass producing any of the items that the ranch requires. That really does bother me. Why does it stay that whole time? It's really unlucky for me. Okay. But I mean, the good news is the good news. We have pretty much all the material together to tear this thing down, and that'll mean we also have the rewards in. These rewards will make the foxes happy, because we can make fox houses out of that. Let's see. Hope I don't downgrade my neighborhood like that. No, I don't. Okay. New people are already there again. I'll take the smaller package this time. Okay. Let's see where we can bring in more workers. So definitely not here. Definitely want to bring that person here because we really got to get started here because the discharge otherwise will start killing people. We also want that one here. Let's see. We're getting parts for that. Just what I wanted to see. There we go. There's the mine. Boom. That's a lot of goodness for us here. Okay, nice. So the only thing that I really want to have now is... let's take the ranch. Is a fisher's hut, as a matter of fact. I really do. And we need some place where we can make complex food at. But the ranch just was too good to not take it. In case you're wondering, the logic behind that is simply that that this place here processes items that we usually can't process really, really well and very, very useful. Okay, totally will sell those. There we go. It's gonna be a load of copper work. Just what we need. Okay, nice. So that'll fill yet another quest here. And we're really good in fulfilling orders right now. Very, very nice on the track. Okay, so we make meat out of algae. Until we have 50. We don't make leather because we get that leather elsewhere. And we make eggs out of that. Why not? There we go. So the small fishing hut doesn't have any further work to do. Which is sort of a shame, but it is what it is. Okay. Now then, nobody's going crazy anymore right now. Storm season ain't over yet, though. Need a new job for the stonecutters. I still do have a deposit here going on. And I think we should be safely capable of employing at least one more woodcutter. Okay, let's expand the trade routes with the folks that like us most. Okay, so far so good. That works out decently too. We are so effing low on fuel though. It's really troubling me. So we're running slowly out of work to do, which is honestly not that terribly bad. There we go. But only because we're actually right now expanding again. Okay. Let's get started here. Okay, what do we have? Rebellious spirit. Frequent caravans. Market shift planned. Nothing that really is something that I need to have. Yeah, why not? Lumber tax sounds like a fun one. We gain advantages the more lumber we sell. That's pretty nice. The more lumber we make. So let's check that because it means fox housing. Okay. Wonderful. So, still can't reroll though. Too bad. Okay. Still can't reroll. There we go. There is a blood flower. Okay. Blood flower will eat my food. But apart from that, it doesn't do much to us. So what do we have here? Even more fishing. Jeez. Really need that. The fishing hut is probably the most appealing thing down the road so far. With 3 different ponds that we could fish. So many. Okay. So we're gonna go for breaking open those crates. Just because it will help me so much more, rather than hoping that I can make those tools eventually. Oh no. I got so much stone in my whole environment here. We're going to take advantage of that. It's the smartest move that I can think of right now, in my current misery, because as a matter of fact, we are not really performing that well. I am almost constantly out of fuel, and there's always something not going as I want it to. Okay. But the good thing is we can eat those freaking trees. Not making this up, the trees drop food quite regularly. Alrighty. Ugh. Still such a long way to go. Okay. But at least we're getting a lot of good material here in. Just figured that this will help us so much more in comparison to waiting and looking at these items and not using them, you see. Okay. This one was emptied fast. Wow. Okay. Okay. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, nice. So I am not taking the reward here right now because I just don't know where to put all the people right there. Okay. Just give me something good. Forage, eh? Yeah, well. All 3 of my folks love that stuff. Alright, that is a win. So we take the beanery. Not exactly the building that I wanted to have, but well, it's the building that we get, eh? So... then we're going to be able to really make that stuff out of lots of different material. Crystallized dew, as a matter of fact, also, if we ever wish to. That's pretty nifty. But that was a very, very good draft because it enabled me finally to make complex food, which is a really, really big step forward. So my folksies will be way less unhappy from here on out. Okay. So... this whole run is somehow maniac. Okay. Let's open the super dangerous glade next. Because YOLO. Okay. Human resolve is low. Dang. So... you guys don't have anything to do anymore, alright? What you guys do? Okay. Maybe with 2 new houses we can raise their spirits. I don't like Rebellious Spirit because I never play with high Rebellion ratings. I usually aim for a low Impatience rating, and that is why I really don't like Rebellious Spirit too much. I know that it is practically a really, really good one, but only if you struggle. If you don't struggle, it's actually not really that exciting. Which makes it to one of the strongest late game traits in my opinion. But when you are in the earlier prestige levels, I don't know. Yeah, we wouldn't have people leaving there right now if we would have taken that. But we also wouldn't have had, I don't know what I took instead of that. Leather production or any of these. which is very helpful for the strong economy focus that we want to play around. But yeah, there's so many ways to skin the cat here with this game. Alright. Since we got so many workers, though, let's make yet another mine. Gotta keep those hands busy, you see. And now with all the people having left town, we can make yet another wood cutting happen. Okay, so what was the one that we wrote here? The supplier. Okay. What do we get here? Yeah, mushroom production plus is such an obvious one in this biome here. We get constantly mushrooms, so let's mush it up. I really do hope, though, that there will come the day when we get a fishing pond. So I'm taking the smelter here because we get so many income sources for copper right now. So plank production, resolve, that's very, very important. So we buy the Blightfire, very happy about that one. I'm going to buy the pipes so we can buy the other thingy there. And we are definitely buying all manner of different items here. There we go. Simply because I know that with the very high danger glade that we're opening right there, we will be so happy about all manner of different items here. So, Foragers Camp, huh? Ah, well, let's wait on that for a moment. I would have loved one of these two, but well. So we need to use rainwater in engines. So, copper bars. We're only going to make them out of coal, though. Okay. Hearth extension. Oh, that was one of the newer ones. I think on this one here, the commons I rarely use so far because there's rarely a good use for them. And the dedicated warehouses, I vaguely know they exist, you know, but I rarely use them though. I probably should, Francesco. Okay, so we got here. What's that? Foragers Camp. Ancient proto-wheat. So, good thing that we haven't scoot away on that. And here you see it. So what do we have here? Hostility is increased by 150 for every scout in your settlement. Idle scouts and workers assigned to this event. Okay. The other variant would be to capture it, which would give me victory points, but whenever we fulfill things, people die. Ah, well, no thanks. I rather... Yeah, that's gonna be quite the pressure for a while. But, yeah, we will be good. So, let's move away these woodcutters from where they have such a long way to transport their timber and go someplace where they don't have to move that far. Don't have pipes. This one has traveled away already. So the commons, by the way, the most appealing thing about these is that you can fulfill orders that require you to consume a certain amount of services, which I find extremely valuable in certain niche cases. But yeah, in general, I don't find it that much of a wow effect, if you get the idea. But in all honesty, it ain't a bad one either. So, let's see. El Frogo needs a new house. Stone cutters ain't got no further. That was to be expected eventually. Alright. Let's... Oh no, we can't do that here. That's too much pressure on our colony here. Alright, let's sell away a few of these. Fox is vibing hard because they don't care about hostility. Alright. So this way, all the items that we get out of here will have a relatively short transportation way. The only thing that is not so golden is that they will still have a very long way to take a break. But, yeah. Could set up a new hearth back here. Come on, let's do this. This is actually going to be quite a nice new neighborhood here. So, can't sell these. I mean, we are winning by just selling stuff. I love that so much. It's one of my favorite ways of playing the game. Like just being an industrialist, you see. So, that is good for everybody. That is good only for the humans. But if you get a service building that fulfills all three of your folks, damn, it's basically as good as it gets, man. Okay. So here we're lacking bricks. Am I really not featuring any building that makes bricks for me? Wow. Something went wrong in all these drafts, didn't it? Okay. Next trader will be arriving next year. I mean, in all honesty, I don't have that much stuff to sell either, so... Okay, so we are going to allow fuel now. We are going to allow coal now as fuel. Now that we have a mine that extracts that stuff too. I feel as if that's the least we can do. Okay. So folks are actually quite happy again. Let's see. Mushrooms. Jeez, we have so much food. Yeah, just like I anticipated. froggy resolve is low. Oh no. Okay. There's even a chance to harvest amber out of this one. They're literally plucking out money out of these. Crazy. Okay. Well, worst case scenario, one of my frog people will ex-migrate from here. Let's pick that stamping mill. This is wild. We're suffering these circumstances. Okay. Boom. Problem solved. Ha. Nice. So, let's invest here. All right. Oh, we got trade route slots open. Heck yeah. Oh well. We already got 4 points of reputation out of just selling things. Okay. 1,005 charges. Jeez. Never fully dawned on me how powerful these are. Okay, so no. Ah, whatever. No, during the storm. It's also all quite boring. Let's take strength in numbers then. And trader, come trading now. Thank you. So is there anything else we want to do? Really? Just want to earn us some juicy money. How much copper ore do we have? Boy, oh boy. It's quite the number, man. Oops. No. Sell. Alright. 50 bricks, please. 100 pieces of flour, please, and no copper bars. So, sir, what do we have here? Druid's Hut, Advanced Rain Collector. Not what I wanted. Anyways, buying that flour, buying that incense, ale obviously too. There we go. And yet another victory point. So yeah, I spent 1 point of impatience, but I got a half a point of impatience, but I got a full point back. No props, Francesco. I really love obsessing about this game. And, well, I like to say it shows after all the time that I poured into the game. I'm genuinely happy to hear that other people can play the game better after watching my videos. It's such a mission accomplished feeling if you get the idea. Alrighty. Oh, that's a little bit of a horrible return of investment here. Okay. There we go. Let's carve away that area there. And make the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, this one here happen. So the ranch definitely doesn't need that many people. Neither does this one. Yeah, but we're on the victory line here as far as I see things. Alrighty. It's one of the reasons why I love playing trade victory paths. Forum. Is that good? Chance of double yield. Ah, whatever. I feel like at this point we should mostly focus on service buildings because they make people happier. Okay. But it is a little bit problematic if we can't put down the service buildings anywhere. Here it fits. Also not. Yeah, whatever. We're totally killing it everywhere. Hey, Jorn, welcome. Oh, losing games absolutely part of the game. I did lose also in the beginning rounds a lot. I'm quite a conservative player, so I rarely overdo difficulty levels for me because I'm very careful. But I did die several times too. We all do. We can't move that. We can move that thing by now? Oh, fascinating. I never thought because... Ah! There it is. There's the button. Huh. Today I learned. Okay. Yeah, well... Can't say that we really need the tool shop, but I want the tool shop. Okay. Then it's obviously enough. Alright, nice. Upgrade mine for more ore. Sure thing. No suitable trees. That is nothing that we want to hear. Tell you what. Ah, too bad. I thought if we'd be unemploying one woodcutter, we would be actually getting something there. And we got another reputation point from the trade up. It is quite something. Wow, 45 amber out of that next one. Wow. Okay, so one more storm season ahead of us, but after that we should be winning it. Sadly, we can't really employ more than one person. That's been a pretty nice round so far, gotta say. Oh yeah, we can. We can't use the blue water, I just realized that I forgot about that. So, what do we have here? A dead Leviathan. Alright. Inscribed monolith. And the problem here is an ancient burial site. It will require lots of food and lots of luxury items. Fun part is, can totally nail it already. They'll just take endlessly to carry the items up there, but little do I care. Hey. Them foxes are leaving town. It's not a big deal though. We have such obscene amounts of everything right now at our hands. It is quite ridiculous. So, 48 amber. Okay. Casually buying all the things that we need to be a happier city. And just happening to have a lot of victory points at the same moment. It's so powerful. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, why not? A temple with a sacrament of the flame. So yeah. Money is so powerful. Money is so absurdly powerful. So basically we can now force the victory in via this. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. So let's just heal in favor of the humans and win the game. So that's that. Yay! The Froggos are happy now too. Okay. Yo, Farliff. You know, we're doing a fun trade now. I'm giving you money for money, and I'm winning the game because you gave me money for my money while I was giving you money, and everyone was happy because of money. Money. Nice. All right. I have moneyed well. Amber Rock. That was one name that was absolutely deserved. Hey, that one. Win before year 7 ends after fulfilling 200 service needs. That's pretty powerful, all in all. But I don't feel like these. So... Ooh, that's gonna be a level up, maybe. Ah, not quite. So, what do we have here? Decoration item? Oh, yeah. More decoration items. Yeah, Prestige 5 is not quite hard. You know what you're doing, that is. Alright, what are we going to get ourselves for that? Timed orders, we were sort of like noping out on that. Oh yeah, more trade routes. Mine, please, thank you. Alright. Gonna end today's stream here. Thanks for watching, everybody. It was a fun time, but I am tired. And, see you all